Welcome to the dopest live stream that's something like a podcast, something like a newscast, and sometimes like a showcase. Khary's crib, Khary's crib, Khary's crib, Khary's crib.
Yo, it's another news day. I feel good, I'm on top like a kufe. Sipping my coffee, shaking my head for homies acting goofy. Guess they do it for the gram or the TikTok, so who's me? Welcome to the crib, let's kick it like Bruce Lee. Part intelligent, part ratchet, that's Sav Neil deGrasse, you have Boosie. Listen, man. Real spit, now that's lit, homie, truthfully. If you in the Tampa area, you should be down like Bruce B. We treat the pod like sex, we start slow and at full speed. You like the way we work it? 9 p.m. we going in, we podding perfect. Bees in the house, this is my posse. No worries because I know my posse got me. Be careful, we might snap like paparazzi. But yo, we'll start the show and get a lit like sipping hot toddy. What's good in 10 pretty people? Tuesday evening, my name is Khary. This is my crib. And I invite you into my home for another evening of the dopest live stream that's something like a podcast, something like a newscast, and every now and then like a showcase. We have another dope show for you tonight. The VMAs were on Sunday and people are acting surprised. A man named Bad Bunny kissed a woman and a man on stage. We'll talk about it. Joe Budden called out Adam 22 of No Jumper about monetizing off of Kevin Samuels' death. Was he wrong? We'll talk about that. The Fulton County DA said, stop rapping about your crimes and I'll stop arresting you. I get what she's saying, so should some rappers. We'll talk about this, that, and a bunch more. I'm joined by the homie Bees Buddha. What's good to everybody watching? Podcast listeners listening, hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you're not already. Share this out with your people. Feed the algorithm. We're going to have a good time tonight. Phone lines are open. 813-559-3339. Hit us up. Let us know your thoughts. You shy? Go ahead and jump in the chat if you don't want to jump on the phone. Drop a comment if you're scared to get in the chat. Let us know what's going on. And if you're watching this after the fact, drop something in the chat. What's going on, Bees? How you feeling, brother?
I'm good, my brother. I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? Another week of life, yo. Another week of just waking up and living.
Feeling
you know
good, feeling good. Yes, man. Yes,
feeling
man.
good.
I understand. You
Had
know?
awesome back-to-back weekends. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. You
Always
was out in Maryland this weekend, right?
Maryland, yeah.
How was that?
Listen,
How was that?
And I've officially decided that by 2024, I will be a Maryland resident. I'm tired of this New York shit.
Oh.
New York is just like,
and
yo, you know that's wow for me right there, yo.
Yeah. But you pretty much you've been in New York your whole life.
Yeah, damn near.
you've been in New York your whole life. Let's see.
Yeah.
So that would be a major change. So you
Like,
looking
I mean,
looking
don't
forward
get
to
it
that
twisted.
change?
I've lived other places. I've lived other places for like, 3 or 4 months, shit like that. And I'll just come back to NY. But you know what it is? I ain't young no more. I ain't got that energy. It's certain things. It's certain things in NY that I love, and you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna miss,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm just trying to be somewhere where people treating people like people, yo. And right about now, for me, Maryland is it. It's got a very striving, large, up and coming Black community. You know what I mean? It's really got a lot of Black supporting Blacks going on and so forth.
Okay.
Maryland, DC area, you know what I'm saying? And I'm at the point in my life where I feel like, I want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, I got something to offer. Sip and serve will never die. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going to have it in New York, but then you know what? I think I'm going to do something in Maryland too.
Expand. Now, things are going to be a lot slower in Maryland. Y'all, you're going to have to get a second vehicle.
Yeah.
Definitely got to get a second vehicle. So that's going to be a change. It ain't going to be no more. Let me just.
Listen. Quiet is kept. I already got a second vehicle. I've been putting some cash into that too. I got me a nice little 2017 BMW station wagon.
Okay.
Just a couple of things I need to do to it, but for the most part, I gotta put about $1,200 into it. But
got you. All right. So when I come up to NY, we're gonna go for a spin. All right.
Oh, definitely.
Got you. But shit, man. Let's jump into it. Oh, I apologize for missing Friday's show. I had some shit pop up, had to take care of, very important. Couldn't be delayed. So had to cancel Friday's show. I actually had the host. It was gonna be a dope show too, yo. I had everything all planned out and everything. I was like, yeah, this is gonna be good. But you know what? It's all right. You know what I mean? Because we back here on Tuesday. And I do appreciate y'all that was checking in, because I did see some of y'all in the chat like, yo, you going live? And I was like, no. But I do appreciate y'all for checking in and, and sitting there in the chat waiting. But I respected y'all.
I was on the road.
Yeah, Bees was on the road to Maryland, but I checked in with the chat because I know some of y'all do be waiting for us to come on, and I didn't want y'all to just be sitting there indefinitely. So I definitely jumped in there and told y'all what was popping. You know what I'm saying? Like, not streaming tonight type of things. But you know what? Let's go ahead and jump into it, man. Real quick, before we jump into it. I have a new nephew, yo. Shout out to my brother and his wife. Oh, that's the wrong. That's the wrong one. But that'll work. Sirens for the new baby. My nephew. Bees threw up the cheers. So, did you take your shot yet, Bees? I hope you didn't, because. Did you take this drink yet?
I can take another one.
Okay, you can take another one. You can take another one. I'm gonna pour this right here. Would you like a shot?
Yo.
Would you like a shot over there? Come bring me your glass. We about to take a shot for my new nephew that just got welcome to the world today. Welcome to the world. I'm making up a song as I go. So
this shot is dedicated to your nephew and nephews. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, nephew and nephews.
Because both of us this year have got new additions to our families, and they are nephews.
Yeah, they got new additions like Mr. Telephone Man. Mr. Telephone. That's a bad joke.
My nephew is.
You get it.
My nephew's 3 months old.
3 months. Shout out to B's 3-month-old nephew. We're gonna close this bottle.
Listen. Hold up. And his brother is 9 months old.
And his brother's not. Oh, wait. We gonna take a shot. Then we gonna get back to that. Cheers to my new nephew. My brother's first son. He has a daughter, And it's wild. My brother had kids in the same order I had kids. You know, my firstborn was a girl. His firstborn was a girl. My secondborn was a boy. His secondborn was a boy. And being that it's a junior, they can nickname him KJ. They can nickname him KJ too. But would that be weird? I don't know.
Yo, it'll just be weird at a certain point.
When they together, when they in the same room.
Your nephew, yes, when your nephew recognizes his name, and your son, somebody be like, "Hey, where's KJ?" And it's gonna be a point where they're gonna both look.
Yeah, I tell you what. It'd be weird sometimes. Like when I would take my son places where like some of his friends would be. And they would be like, hey, Khary. And I'm like, I know these little niggas ain't talking to me, but it's weird to hear somebody say my name and not be talking to me. Like my mind answers, but my mouth shuts the fuck up. You know? But I'd be like, cause I know they talking to my son. But you know what? Congrats to my brother, yo. I'm gonna have to come up there soon. See my new nephew and my old niece. That's a terrible way to say that, ain't it? But y'all know what I mean. And I said it like that, but could it was gonna sound silly. Let's go ahead and move it on. Binge watching. One of the things I did this weekend was watch some shows, you know? One of the shows I watched, me and my lady watched it, was, what's the name of that show? Miss Pat. You ever seen that show on BTBs? Miss Pat?
Nah, I seen it in the BET app. I want to check it out. And she's cursing and all that.
The Miss Pat Show. That's the name of it.
The Miss Pat Show. She cursing and all that.
Yeah, she cursing and all that. Was when I watched the first season and I was like, whoa, I'm surprised this is BET Plus. And they're like, you know what? Fuck it. These motherfuckers subscribing, curse away. And she be cursing away. And I ain't got no problem with it. But it's an entertaining show. They cover some real serious topics and shit like that. And it's interesting. Right. But I was a little disappointed at the fact that I ran through the show so fucking fast, yo.
Well, let me ask you this. Is it half an hour episodes or hour episodes?
That was the problem. Half an hour episodes, you know? So
actually, you could see 3 episodes in an hour. I would say that's like 22 minutes. So, you know, sitcoms, 22 minutes.
Right. You know, there was 10 episodes in the season. Watched all 10 episodes in one day. I was like, damn. I wanted more. That's why I was disappointed, because I wanted more and it wasn't there. And they ended it on an angry refrigerator bang. That's how it ended. And you're like, oh, that nigga was mad. It was just like a bang on a refrigerator and walk out. End show. I was like, oh, what's the next episode? That was it? What the fuck? You know? But it was entertaining. But I started watching House of Dragons, the Game of Thrones shit. Did you watch Game of Thrones, Bees?
No, I haven't.
You haven't watched Game of Thrones?
Yo, and I'm surprised because I'm into that mythical. You're into that
Lord of the Ringy type shit, but not Lord of the Rings. You into like Black Knight minus Martin. Right.
Yeah, I'm into like King Arthur.
Right.
Like the Robin Hood style shit. Yeah.
Medieval. You're into like the medieval times. Isn't that like the name of a restaurant where people go eat and watch?
Oh, yes. Joust? Yes, I'm going to take my son there in 2 weeks.
Really? Let me know how that goes, because I've always been skeptical. I was like, you know what?
Oh, man. Listen, this is my 3rd time going.
Okay. Well, this is what I've been skeptical about, Bees. I'm like, those are they're going to have horses there.
Uh-huh.
I've never been to a place where horses were an attraction and I did not smell shit. And I'm going to be eating food. That's why I've never gone to one of those things. I was like, I do not want to be eating food and smelling horse shit.
All right, let me explain it to you.
Okay, go ahead. Explain it.
Basically, you in like a hockey. It's gonna be like a hockey size arena type thing, and you're gonna be around that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I've been to Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus when I was a kid, and I remember smelling shit high up.
Well, I don't remember smelling shit. You know what I'm saying? I just remember.
So the amount of steak aroma overwhelmed the shit potentially.
The only thing, you're not getting no steak, you're getting chicken.
Okay, the chicken aroma overwhelmed. You can't upgrade to a steak? You in medieval times and you can't eat a goddamn steak? But they give you big ass drumsticks, you gotta eat like this?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I was joking, and he's like, yeah, that's actually how they do it. Oh shit.
Yeah, some size, and then you got the choice. Like, yo, you could get your drink on, like, cause you could go with a group and do, like, it'd be like a men's trip. Everybody go, just have a good time, drink, whatever, and then like it's also for like your kids. You can also take your kids, like
the way you said do it as a men's trip. I think if we did that. And we told our ladies we taking a men's trip to medieval times, they would be like, y'all niggas is lying. We could dead ass be going to medieval times, but if we actually said that, we would have to lie about what we're doing just because they don't think we're lying about what we're doing. Because if my girl said, yo, me and my homegirls are taking a girls trip to medieval times, that sounds crazy.
Listen,
she just walked by and said, "I'ma think you gay."
Going to medieval times?
Yeah. Oh shit! Yo. It was just one of those walk-bys too.
Matter of fact, I think I went to medieval times in Florida. I know I went once in Jersey.
Yeah,
I think I went in Florida.
You can take it with your kids; they'll believe you. You say me and my homeboys, this is a men's trip, they won't believe us. So. We'll have to say, it's a guy's trip with the kids. All the guys are taking their sons. Then they'll be like, okay. Man. But shit, man. Let's
paintballing.
What's that?
Paintballing.
Yeah. I've taken my kids paintballing plenty of times, yo. And I've come home feeling like I was doing leg day. My legs was tired as hell. All that damn crouching and ducking. Man, I would go to work the next day and have to walk up some steps. I'd be like, paintball done got my ass. But you know what? Let's go on. Let's go and jump into our first topic. The Fulton County DA has put rappers on notice. She actually had a press conference. She was like, yo, I ain't coming after y'all. Y'all motherfuckers just talk too much. That's me paraphrasing. She didn't actually say that. That's not a direct quote. What she did say is, I think if you decide to admit your crimes over a beat, I'm gonna use it. She says, I'm not targeting anyone. However, you do not get to commit crimes in my county and then decide to brag on it, in which you do that for a form of intimidation and to further the gang and not be held responsible. Now, I wouldn't say that's a form of intimidation. I would disagree with her with that one. I would disagree with her on a lot of points, even the using the lyrics against people, because you never know when somebody's using lyrics because they're trying to entertain people and then just talking shit versus they're talking some shit they actually did. It's for some rappers, it's hard to separate those two.
Okay. In the sense of what it sounds like to me is, for some people, they rap about some shit, and that shit is just creativity. Sometimes it's a situation that they never fucking even been through. It's just something that they may have seen in their head, and lyrically they were able to put it together.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
As like you can't like that's the thing that's fucked up about it. You know what I'm saying? Because well, today in this generation, your average rapper is trying to be the rapper that he's saying he is. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I like the ratio from old school rappers to like this new school shit. Like I seen on YouTube, like 200 rappers have died and all this crazy other shit. In like a 3-year span, 200 and something rappers have died. And it's like, you know, but you're taking away lyrical creativity. That's what I think. For some guys, you're taking away lyrical creativity. Some people could see a story and vision it in their head and display it in words. Some people could just tell it in. Some people could just tell it in words. Some people could tell it in movies. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's art, and like it's fucked up that she's destroying the art. But I feel like this at the same time. If you are rapping about, criminal shit and all that, make sure that you are totally disassociated with it. You understand what I'm saying? So they be like, "Oh, his lyrics are like."
I was about to say something with that. What if people do some MC Gusto shit, where they're rapping somebody else's lives and somebody else's crimes, and then they get held accountable for somebody else's crimes? That's a possibility.
But are you accountable because you know about it, or are you accountable?
The way she's talking about it, if you're rapping about it, it's some shit you did, you know. And I'm using that. I'm using that Chris Rock movie as an example. Chris Rock's character was pretty much playing, or was rapping MC Gusto's life. You know, with MC Gusto. I mean, Gusto was an actual gangster. You know? So now what if I'm a rapper and I'm out here rapping about some other nigga's life, but I'm rapping it in the first person. It's not me, but I'm the persona of this person. And now you want to use me taking on this persona against me in court.
Listen.
You know?
Yeah. But it's crazy that they want to do that now. Or that's being done now because it's already been done. I'm fan in our time of music and all that. I'm telling you, there's at least 4 to 5 people that are rapping about somebody else's life. Guaranteed.
Yeah, definitely.
Guaranteed.
But back then they wasn't using their lyrics against them like that because they was like, yo, this is art. And back then everybody always described they shit as art. You know who didn't describe their shit as art? Just Ice, and not many people know about him. So they was like, nigga, that shit too real.
Oh, my man, going way back.
You ain't even rhyming sometimes. You just talking real. Oh, damn. I got some, it's Taco Tuesday. Totally off topic, but it's Taco Tuesday. I just got some food brought to me. Look at that taco. That's a salmon taco. This is like a food channel now, but
what's that shit on the bottom? What's that shit with all the shit around?
This is a piece of, you talking about this right here?
Yeah.
That's a piece of corn, Mexican style.
Oh, okay. Mexican corn. Yeah. Okay, with the okay, I didn't.
With all the seasonings on it.
Something else.
With all the seasonings on it. You know?
Nah, that shit done good, yo.
Exactly. And it's so good, I'm going to transition to your screen so I could take some bites and not look crazy on camera.
Go ahead. You're going to look like a ravaging animal, huh?
Yes. Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
Yo. But, also to that lyrical thing, like, and you know what's so crazy? There's rappers that don't even rap about crime and shit like that and are doing fucking numbers right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's bug. Like, damn, she want to take away niggas' creativity. And of all places, that's Atlanta, right?
Yes, that's Atlanta. Home of the Brave. But she said the thing that's going on, she said, yo, took a bite of the corn, pause, and a kernel got stuck in my teeth. But she said, yo, these rappers, she's saying everybody that robs these niggas is rappers now. But she's saying they're robbing people, kidnapping people, breaking into people's houses, said they're using social media as a means to learn what people got. She said these people are going directly to the closets, going directly to where the money is, and they know this because people are posting shit on social media. They get to your house, they know where shit is. She said, yo, y'all motherfuckers need to stop posting shit on social media because that's how y'all niggas is getting robbed. Y'all are getting targeted because you bragging on social media. You saying, yo, look at this money I got in my crib. Look at this new shit I bought. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Look at me showing off. And she's saying, y'all are making yourself targets by showing off. And you know what? I agree with her. I agree. That's why I don't show a lot of stuff off online. I'm not Mr. Ooh, look at this, look at that, look at this. I'm doing this, I'm going here, I'm doing blah, 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 blah. You know? I'm the type of nigga that posts.
That dumb shit.
I'm the type of nigga that posts my plate after I left. You know? Like, you know what, that plate, that was good. You know, sometimes I take a picture while I'm there, but a lot of times I post my shit after I leave.
Oh, I mean, yo, if you see me post, best believe, yo, it happened an hour and a half ago.
Yeah. Yeah. You know? Shit. But yeah, I do suggest a lot of people should follow her advice.
Well, listen, I'll tell you like this. I would tell you the only place that I do post and it'd be right there like that minute. I posted my house. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Mm-hmm. I posted my house when it's going on and all that. Yo, listen, but you come through there, you gonna have a hard time, brother. You're gonna have a hard time. Because you're not dealing with the boys. You're dealing with the boys.
Oh, shit.
So it's a lot of iron. It's a lot of legal iron around.
Got you. So let's go ahead and move on now. Up next, Cali. Since we was talking about rap lyrics, California recently passed a law about rap lyrics. But you can't just use rap lyrics just because you feel like using them. They're saying that if you're trying to use rap lyrics in a court case against somebody, you're gonna have to show just cause, you're gonna have to show a reason why these rap lyrics should be included. You're gonna have to make a good argument for how these rap lyrics are used in the court. You can't just say, you know what, I think this is what he's talking about. They have to say, yo, I shot Johnny in the face at 245 or such and such street. You gotta say some shit like that, you know? You can't just be like, yo, I'm dope, I'm hard, and I kill niggas that might live across the street, you know? So you really gotta, it's like you gotta prove your case that these lyrics are indeed valid to use before you can actually use them in court. So you gotta prove to the judge that they're worthy instead of waiting for the jury to say, I think they're worthy. Which I'm not mad at them. I think more states need to actually implement laws that say, yo, you can't just use indiscriminate lyrics from anybody because you just feel like this might represent something. Kind of how Florida is doing, what's homeboy's name with Murder on My Mind? Remember his name? YMW Melly. You know? They used some lyrics against him. Well, were his lyrics actually describing his crime or are they implying? They're trying to say he made it before. Others are arguing that he made it after. It's like, for me, it's like a Slick Rick type of thing. Remember Slick Rick?
Yeah,
He made
the art of storytelling.
He made children's story.
This is what people gotta.
He made children's story years before he got arrested. But when he got arrested, it went along the lines of what happened with the children's story. He was in a shootout. He was chased by the police. He crashed. You know? What was you gonna say, though, Beast?
Yeah. So it's like, that's like saying, like, I don't know. Like, it's bugged because, like, what if my style is just like gangster and it just sounds like I do shit? You understand what I'm saying? I got the persona. I have the what you call. I might have had one good fight. They put my name out there. Or I did one thing. They put my name out there. Where I go, that nigga gangster. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm out here, you know, spitting. Now I done took it to a what you call. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
how do you prove?
Yeah.
How do you prove that these lyrics are in fact real? If I say, hey, these are fake, just so happens some shit happened that might resemble that. Shit like that happens every motherfucking day.
You know who's a perfect example that we could talk about with this? Okay, what if Coogee Rap really did some of that shit?
What if he had a job with the mob making G's, doing some stick up deliveries and transporting keys? Yeah, what if he really did that?
You know what I'm saying?
It was an ill story, but could it be true? Maybe it was the bop, take the switch you on the way down.
Yeah, he's screaming for his wife, reaching for his life. Shot him in the back of the head and chipped him with a knife. I mean, does that mean that I'm really telling you about something? Like, I don't know, yo. They messing with too much. They messing with the creativity of hip hop. You understand what I'm saying? Even though, like, it's the art of storytelling.
That I do agree.
Like, once you completely eliminate that out of hip hop, it's over. Dead ass.
Shit.
It's over.
Take Biggie, for example, right?
Mm-hmm. Give me the loot.
Super powerful storyteller. Some of the stories he told were true. Some of the stories he told was false. We wasn't able to actually, we had to guess. You know? Like, just think of the Life After Death album.
Right? Yo, listen, I got a bar for you that's good.
Wait a second, B. Wait a second. The Life After Death album, he had songs like Niggas Bleed. You know what I mean? Talk about niggas dying and shit like that. But then he had the song I Got a Story to Tell, which was an actual true story. You know? But then you had songs on there where he talked about shooting somebody and, yo, I think he was holding the baby. I think I shot the baby, yo. You know? That was just a powerful story. That was that the life lesson in that one was like, yo, you're gonna be on some street shit. Yo, you could do some wild shit and not even realize you're doing some wild shit until after you do some wild shit. You can get locked up for wild years. You know, that shit made niggas think like, yo, I just got killing a nigga on my mind. You know? But then that you hear that song when Biggs, he finishes and he's like, yo, I think I shot the baby, yo. He turns around holding his daughter. He pop, 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 pop. You just hear the nigga squeeze off, run off, and he's like, yo, I think I shot the baby. I think I shot the baby. You know, and that shit made some niggas realize like, yo, that shit is real. Shit like that can happen. But now, if something like that happened in real life, a district attorney can then take that song and try to use it against him, saying that you're the one that did that. You might not have. You just might have told a good story that resembles some shit in real life.
Yo. All right. So are you ready for this?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. But what about Ricky from Co-op City? Found him in the staircase with his dick in his mouth.
Yeah, but now something like that came out after the fact. After it was already a news story and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It was already a headline. Like that shit was like a major headline that I recall reading. You know, so I think that's different. Like something that's already a major headline, like how they kind of like jammed up YMW Melly. His shit didn't become a headline until after his song was out. And I think the shit might have happened before the song came out or some shit like that. Or close together in some type of proximity, but they believe it might be either the song inspired it or it was inspired by the song was inspired by the events, or the events was inspired by the song, is what the courts are trying to say, type of shit.
Okay.
You know? But with that one, I think it's because I think that one came out a little while after. I recall reading about it.
I thought the song, I thought it came out like it was all like around the same time.
It was shortly after. I think that was like the beginning of the mixtape era. You know, I think that was like what song was that?
I just know it's Capone and what's it called. Yeah, I know it's on the. I want to say it's on the War Report. Is that the first album?
I think so. Yeah, and it's YM Melly, and the song was "Murder on My Mind."
Murder on my mind. That.
Nah, not that one. It was he was kind of singy rapping. He's a younger dude. But you know what? Let's go ahead and move on. What we got coming up next here? Oh, Jackson, Mississippi water crisis. Which I'm not sure how many of y'all heard about this, but Jackson, Mississippi currently has no water. Like their systems are so fucked up that it just stopped working, and they got shit going on, and people aren't able to use water. They're not able to bathe, drink water, brush their teeth, flush their toilets once they toilet bowl refiller thing is done. You know? It's just kind of messed up out there. Well, I'm gonna say because it's brand new and it's only how long has it's been happening? Bees a day? Today?
Nah, bro.
How long?
The shit.
Or are we just now hearing about it?
We just now hearing about it, bro. This shit has been about a good week.
People have been without water for a week.
Yeah, about that.
I read that the state was giving people water and things like that, bottled water. This is in Jackson, Mississippi. I believe this is the capital of Mississippi. Am I correct or incorrect?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
You know? So
and it's crazy, but
what's that?
In the majority of the communities are black.
What's that?
Majority of the communities that they have down there too are black. Like Jackson area and all that. So they got a very large, European community, but it's a lot of blacks. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. So
it's always funny when, you know, like shit just be happening with water and living conditions and shit when you be in certain places. You know, it's just bugged.
Yeah, I feel you. So they say recent torrential rain coupled with years of water system issues have resulted in a crisis. The city doesn't have enough water to fight fires, flush toilets, or even hand out to residents in need. They said they ran out of bottled water. It's gotten so bad that, yeah, they don't even have bottled water now. What do you do? What do you do if when water is the resource you can't get? Which there's probably some people out there that's saying this might be just the government testing some shit, seeing how people react when they don't have water.
Tip of the fucking iceberg. Because evidently the pandemic didn't do what it was supposed to do. That's how I feel, but that's a whole nother thing. It sparked a match. It sparked a little match, little fire. But you know what I'm saying? The fire's on slow burn right now.
Well,
it's not.
I don't necessarily agree with you with it was the government shit because it was a worldwide thing. You know? The whole pandemic shit.
Yeah, but when I talk that type of shit, I'm talking about the powers that be. And the powers that be is beyond America. Yeah. It's a collective, what you call it, of all these motherfuckers together. And when I say all these motherfuckers, I mean Russia, Australia, Japan, China. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I don't think they be working together like that, just to some worldwide shit like that, because they all want their own motherfucking power. They all want to be the big man. That's my opinion.
That's true too.
You know, they all want to be the big man. So I just think we're fucking viruses. So I don't think the government said, hey, let's create a virus to kill people. I think we're the virus and the planet is trying to kill us. That's what I think. You know? That's just my opinion.
Okay.
That's just my opinion. You know, so I'm not going to say.
I can see it from that direction.
You know? But something like water, I could say, you know what? I can't rule out that it could be an experiment. That's something that's very simple for an entity to be able to control. All they got to do is go to the fucking water company and say, yo, say this shit's broke. They know the whole infrastructure. They could just crack one thing, do one thing, and shit's broke. Wait this long before you do it. It's an experiment. You know? We'll just stop supplies from being able to get there. But you can fix it. You just haven't. So I'm not saying that's what it is, but I'm not saying that's not what it is. Let me
You taking another bite?
What's that?
So you taking another bite?
Nah, I might have to get a new camera because this camera be freezing up on me sometimes.
You doing this whole thing? Oh wow.
Yeah, this camera be freezing
That's
up.
That's not supposed to happen. You did. You know what I'm saying? Attack. I'm just the dumb guy on the side when it comes to that shit. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem, man. It's shit.
Yeah, I'm resetting my shit now.
But I'm learning. Surprise all you motherfuckers one day. Yeah.
Try shit.
How's everybody doing today? What's going on in the chit chat?
All right, here we go.
Yo, Wayne Mills, you know something? I don't know what I would be charged with. But I ain't never told none of them stories, so.
What he said?
Nah, he said something about my storytelling, the indictment parallel to what you are being charged with.
He was talking about the using lyrics against you type shit. Whether your storyline and your indictment parallel to what you're being charged with. So if what you're talking about is similar to what you're being charged with, they're gonna try and charge your ass. You know? But let's go ahead and move on. I see I got some shit over here I need to tweak on my panel. Is Bad Bunny gay? That's the question over here I got on the screen. And that question is asked because the VMAs happened. He's the first non-English speaking winner of
VMA winner?
Yeah. Of their big award.
Okay.
You know, and he kissed one backup dancer, which was a woman. And then he went and kissed another backup dancer, which was a man. Which had some people saying, hey, is he gay? Some people assumed he was gay, but some people didn't. He had an interview back in 2020 where he explained how questions about his sexual orientation do not intimidate him. He says, it does not define me, which it is being sexuality. At the end of the day, I don't know if in 20 years I will like a man. One never knows in life. I guess that's fair. You know, I guess that's a fair assumption. I can't say that, well, I haven't read any really or heard many of Bruce Jenner's interviews or anything about him, but I can't say when he was 20, he didn't have that he did have thoughts about being a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Wheaties commercials, he wasn't thinking about being a woman. That's what you're saying?
Right. You know, like I can't say he was. And that's because I haven't listened to any of his interviews. But it turns out that he decided, you know what? He wants to be transgender, so that's what he decided to do. Well, she decided to do. I'm sorry. I should have probably used Caitlyn Jenner instead, because that's what she prefers to be called. But I can't say that Caitlyn thought of that when she was Bruce as a young man. So that might be how he's kind of taking this stance here with that statement. But it also says, at the moment, I am heterosexual and I like women. That's what he said in 2020. But now, if after that, and then reading some of what came out of that interview, words mean things, yo. Words mean things.
Words.
You know, and I say that because he said, at the moment, I am heterosexual and I like women. I don't preface that with I don't preface it with at the moment. I'm heterosexual and I like women. You know? So like now that statement reads a little different versus back then. So some people say, yo, he's just queer baiting. They're saying, yo, he did this as a publicity stunt to try to get the LGBTQ community to be like, yeah, we behind you, G, because they say, yo, his sales have been going down or his appeal has been going down. So he's trying to do something else. He's trying to queer bait, which I never really heard the term queer bait before, though after hearing it now, I realized that's what some people say Lil Nas X was doing. You know, when he first came out as gay, people were saying, oh, he's not really gay. He's just trying to gain gay people attention by saying he's gay, which that term that people was referring to with that would be queer baiting. And they're trying to say Bad Bunny's doing that. I don't know. I personally don't really listen to his music. I've heard his music when I'm out at places, but I never said, yo, throw that Bad Bunny on. But I will tell you one thing, though, when I first heard the name Bad Bunny, I did not think it was a guy. So should I be surprised that this Bad Bunny kissed a woman and a man? I tell you what, the Bad Bunnies I know be kissing women and men. But they be some bad bunnies. And I say that as in like women. So is he gay? Is he bi? Do I care? Not really. It's just something interesting to talk about. And is he queer bait? Yeah. Or is he gay? Or is he bi? And as a man, as a heterosexual straight man that likes women, this is gonna sound very what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. You figure out the word I'm looking for after I say the sentence. So I forget what I was about to say now. What did I say? I was saying, as a straight man that likes women, right? I couldn't queer bait if I wanted to, you know. But as a straight man, heterosexual man that likes women, and I think you would go along this line with me as well. But you probably agree with me. I think a lot of straight men out here would agree with me. Cheryl says maybe he is bi. And as a straight man,
I feel like
as a straight,
no such thing as bi. You gay.
You see, that's what I was about to say. As a straight man, this is going to sound very negative, but as a straight man, I can understand a bisexual woman, but a bisexual man to me is just gay. That sounds weird. I know that sounds bad. I know it sounds bad, but right? It's bad to think that way. I know. But is it? But but I think that's just the straight man's, or the majority of the straight men way of thinking. And I think even a lot of women think like that as well. I think there's a lot of women that'll be like, you know what? You had your dick in the booty, or you had a booty in a dick in your ass. I don't care how many women you fucked, you gay. You know?
Yeah.
You know, if a nigga told his girl, I'm bi, I only suck 2 dicks, she gonna be like, nigga, you gay.
You only suck 2?
Yeah. You know? She gonna be like, nigga, you gay. He gonna be like, I ate 100 pussies and only sucked 2 dicks. I ain't gay. I'm bi sometimes. So you're like, you gay. I think that's what women gonna say.
Suck 2 dicks. He ain't gay.
You know? I'm just saying. But that's coming from the straight heterosexual man that grew up in the 90s in toxic ways of thinking that still lingers over a little bit. Wayne said, I think he just fluid with his sexuality. But regardless of the fact, I haven't been one to run to his music, but I'm curious will this make his music rise or potentially fall back? Are people going to be less inclined to listen to him now because they think he's gay or bi? My thoughts. I'm just wondering. Wayne says correct. I thought Bad Bunny was a woman. When I first heard, I thought it was a woman. But that's just the name. It is like a straight translation. It's not like a bad translation, I don't think. But you know what? That's beside the point. Let's move on. I feel like I skipped some. No, you know what? Never mind. We're going to jump into a quick question I had with, do men want to get married? And I ask this question because you always hear a lot of women talking about marriage goals. This is this. We ain't married. We ain't this. And da-da-da-da-da. And a lot of things revolve around marriage. I don't really hear men say that. Like, I don't really hear men say, you know what, this is a life goal of mine. The percentage is very low. I've never had conversations with my friends about getting married, unless somebody was actually about to get married. When me and my friends was kids, there was never no marriage talk or, oh, one day I'm gonna get married. It was always fuck bitches, get money. You know? That was the kind of talks that me and my friends had.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't ever recall.
I gotta step out for a minute. I'll be back.
Got you. Like, I don't ever recall having that conversation with my friends. And Bees would say that, but he got to step out for a moment. Any of y'all in the chat? Any of y'all ever had any of my male compadres in the chat? Any of y'all ever had those type of conversations with your friends, talking about the day you're gonna get married? So if you don't have that conversation, what is it that makes men get married? Is it just fuck it? She want to get married, so if I don't marry her, she gonna leave me. You know? Yeah? No? I think that's I think that's a big factor in a lot of things. I'm not gonna say it's the only factor. When I first got married, I never thought about getting married until it was time for me to get married. Or until the time I thought about it. I didn't think about it until I thought about it. And I didn't think about it until I was with somebody that put the idea in my mind of, hey, what you think about marriage? My parents were married. Might not be too bad, even though they shit didn't work out. It probably hasn't been to the last 10 years where people really started talking about marriage and it being a business. I think that's a bad way to describe marriage, a business. And why is that? Because I don't know one successful business that has not changed hands. I don't know one successful business that the person that started it is the person that runs it forever. Business changes. Business goals change. So now that I'm an adult, have been married, have looked at marriage, I think business is a bad term to use for marriage. There's a lot of bad business out there. A lot of businesses go bad too. About to take me another shot for my nephew too, by the way. Congrats to my brother again. If I had the proper screen set up, I would actually blow the horn. Boop, 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 boop. But I guess you know what I'm trying to do. Cheers to my bro. Congrats again, brother. I love you. But he's married. My brother, actually, he's married, him and his wife. He just had their second kid. They got married, but they were together for a while. They learned each other. they kind of did it how in my mind after my shit fucked up, how I thought about how it should go. You should be together for a while. Make sure you want to deal with each other after X amount of years. You know? I don't think it should be based on business. I think it should be based on if you care about the person. Not a business, not financial. Money comes, money goes. But I don't hear many men talk about it. Let me see. Kimmy Cat says, I don't hear that from mental women. What's that? What's that word? I don't hear from what? I don't hear that from mental women. Okay, I think I thought I knew, but I'm a little confused right there on that one. It made sense when I first put it together, but after I'm reading it, I'm not sure. I was drinking a little bit, you know. But I was gonna have a discussion with Bees, but Bees had to go run right when I'm on the topic shit. But you know what? I'm gonna move it on because whatever. But Joe Budden has called out Adam 22. He posted a video the other day where he had a discussion with Adam 22. If you're not aware who Adam 22 is, he runs a successful podcast called No Jumper, where he interviews a lot of I was gonna say prominent, but not everybody he interviews is prominent. They're people that's known in certain circles, some mainstream, some only on the internet and social media, some only on Twitter, some only on you know. If you have a following in a certain place, he might fuck with you type of thing. You don't necessarily have to do anything super duper special. That's my opinion. I'm just going off of some of the stuff that I've seen. But he did interview Kevin Samuels not long, probably about a year or so before he passed away. He interviewed him. He released the video. And Kevin Samuels passed away, unfortunately. And right after he passed away, Adam 22 and his No Jumper staff decided to make clips of his past interview with Kevin Samuels around the time that he died. Maybe a day or maybe sooner after he passed away or the news came out. He made clips, posted it to his clip page where he posts a lot of clips. And Joe Budden kind of screamed on him and said, yo, you're monetizing off of this man's death. Part of me agreed. He said, you're monetizing off his death and it's disgusting. It's nasty. Part of me agreed. Part of me disagreed. And I say that because, one, he had the video out already. He didn't make clips, though. He did start a clip channel, but he didn't create clips of that Kevin Samuels video until he died. Which I can kind of see both sides of the coin. One is where, hey, you're doing this because he passed away and you're trying to get views and make some money off of this. The other side is, hey, I'm reporting, I'm giving people information. There's people that want to see this information, see this interview that may not have seen it before. Making these clips is kind of like when a rapper dies and you play their music all day on the radio. That radio station is now trying to monetize off of that rapper's death by playing this tribute music all day for whoever passed away. They're playing all their music. That's drawing in more people to listen, bring up their numbers. Is that any different? I don't know. Part of me says, you know what? It's kind of similar. It's I guess you would have to put that on the moral standing of the person that's posting it. Now, I think The only person that truly knows if that was disgusting would be Adam 22 and his staff. Are they putting it out because, let's put this out because we could get mad views? Or, let's put this out because we have this content. There's people that haven't seen it. They may want to hear some of the things he said. They may follow him. They may respect him. They may appreciate him. Let's put out this content. So some of the pieces was like, what was it? Why black men shouldn't date white women, or why white women shouldn't date black men, or some shit like that? Was like one of the topics or something like that, or how he feels about interracial dating or something like that. Was one of the clips that they made. Does it depend on the content of the clip? Does it matter if it's a little bit salacious or not? Even though some of the content that you might have put out might have been questionable by some. I don't know. I can see both sides of the coin. I don't necessarily think it was disgusting and nasty because when a rapper dies, we talk about it. I've spoke about people that passed away on my live stream, on my podcast. He's speaking about people that passed away on his podcast shortly after their death. Is that not the same thing? A news headline, is that not the same thing, discussing this person's passing? I don't know. I think it's a fine line that needs to be learned how to balance. For me personally, I don't think I would have done it immediately. I think I might have put out clips after his funeral. Not necessarily the day I heard that he passed away. I think that's one of the things that made Joe Budden say, hey, this was disgusting. You heard he passed away, and then you posted these clips. Because you heard he passed away. Now, would that be any different from me being live right now and seeing a story, seeing a headline of somebody passing away, some high-profile singer that we all love and admire passing away, and I see that headline and I just start talking about it because I see it? Would that be disgusting? If he was to do it on his podcast, if they was recording and they just all of a sudden somebody just saw, hey, somebody passed away and they started discussing it, would that be disgusting? Could it happen in real time? I don't know. I think it's a slippery slope. And I think the only person that truly knows is if it was disgusting was Adam 22. Let's go ahead and move on. Megan Thee Stallion and Marvel. They said Megan Thee Stallion is joining the MCU. Or she's guest starring on the MCU. They say, first off, officially she's going to be guest starring on Marvel's new series called She-Hulk. And I'm not super excited for it. And I only say that because she's a rapper, and I haven't seen her in anything else. This is probably going to be one of her first roles. And just from my experience as seeing rappers turn actors, the first couple of roles, rappers take a shit. They can't act to begin with, to start. With the exception of somebody like Ice Cube. Ice Cube did his thing in Boys in the Hood. That was the first thing I seen him acting. Ice-T, on the other hand, that nigga took some learning. You know? But I see most rappers go a Ice-T route, which is, it took me some time to become an actor. So that's why I'm not super excited. But it's potential that she might show up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, not just the Marvel shows on Disney Plus. And I think she's going to be guest starring. From what I read, going to be guest starring as like possibly somebody from a different universe or something like that, acting like a rapper from this universe. And I don't know. But when it drops, I will probably watch it. It's probably going to be in the next season of She-Hulk because it's currently airing now, and I don't think they're still recording shit. But we'll see. And Wayne, yes, Wayne, you are correct. Wayne says, yo, she did P-Valley 2 as Tina White. She did. Now, in P-Valley, did she play, was the personality of whoever she played kind of like herself? Or the persona that we know? Or was it somebody totally different? You know, like a Mary J in Power type shit. Now, okay, that's a different role. But it took her some time. Definitely took her some time. Mary is another one. Tina Snow, not Tina White. Her alter ego. But Mary is another one that her first couple of roles, yo, Mary, what you doing? But now we see her be like, yo, Mary, what you doing? Yo, you doing your thing. That's, you know what I mean? So, we'll see. But shout out to Meg. Do your thing. Still waiting for never mind. I was going to say something about this case. We'll talk about that another time. Have any of y'all ever thought you saw Beyonce? Have any of y'all ever thought you saw Beyonce? No? Well, there are some people that say, yo, they thought they saw Beyonce at the U.S. Open. But guess what? Beyonce wasn't at the U.S. Open. You know who was at the U.S. Open? Laverne Cox. Laverne Cox was at the U.S. Open, and people thought that Laverne Cox was Beyonce. Now, I'm not trying to be offensive, but what white man thought Laverne Cox was Beyonce? Because I tell you what, that's offensive. That's offensive to Beyonce. I thought Laverne Cox looked like Beyonce is not flattered by that. She is not saying, yo, that's what's up. I don't think. I could just be being an asshole right now, but they said Twitter was going crazy. They thought Beyonce was watching tennis, and it was Laverne Cox. And they were like, oh, shit, that was Laverne Cox. That wasn't no Beyonce. That was Laverne Cox. Laverne Cox got a kick out of it. Beyonce probably said, what the fuck y'all motherfuckers was looking at? I'm sorry. I hope that's not offensive. But I tell you what, if somebody came to me and said, yo, you put a blonde wig on me, don't mistake me as Beyonce. I'm going to be offended. I would not have a blonde wig on for one, but just saying. Not really. I'm not saying. But just saying. You know what I mean. But I'm really curious to what Beyonce thought about that shit. What was her reaction? She saw this headline. No, the fuck they didn't. Okay, let me get out of here before I get in trouble. Yeah. No, the fuck they didn't. Police misleading people with their headlines. You know, I think some of y'all have heard about this story where police in Florida had arrested a man on his honeymoon because he was out trying to pick up some pussy. He was out trying to buy some pussy. He was on his honeymoon and tried to buy some vagina on his honeymoon. Why you ain't with your wife? That's probably what they said. He probably said in his head, nigga, she the one that sent me out here to come get some shit. Bring some shit home. I'm just saying. But that's a possibility, right? But what made me relate this story to police misleading people with their headlines is because before I saw this story before it became national news, because it was kind of local to like the Tampa St. Pete area, where actually it was Hillsborough County where this guy got arrested, because I follow their Twitter. I follow the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office Twitter just so I can stay up on the bullshit they be doing. You know, I got you. You know, just so I can stay up on the bullshit they doing. And this was probably maybe Wednesday or Thursday of last week. They posted a tweet. This was actually going to be a topic on Friday, but they made a tweet that said 300 and some odd people were arrested for human trafficking.
Yes. I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to talk about something with that too.
Right. They said they was arrested for human trafficking. And then the next post was the post of this dude. Here is one of the individuals that we arrested on human trafficking. He was on his honeymoon and tried to pick up a prostitute. Like, whoa, 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 whoa. That's solicitation. That's solicitation. Solicitation is very different from human trafficking. But what they do is, they put everything in that realm, in the sexual nature that deals with crime under sexual trafficking. You could be a pimp, sexual trafficking. You could be a hoe that ain't got no pimp, sex trafficking.
Sexual trafficking.
You know, sex trafficking. You know, and I was like, you know what? That's a bit fucked up. That's a bit fucked up that you're categorizing these people as sexual sex traffickers, because in 2022, sex trafficking is a big thing, you know. And when you hear sex trafficking, you kind of think of people being taken against their will, forced into this. You think of some shit like the movie fucking Taken. You know, was that the name of the movie, Taken?
Yes, sir.
That's the movie with dude, I have a such and such set of skills and I'll kill you if you don't give my daughter back.
My daughter back, yeah,
right.
Yeah.
That's what people when you say
Lem Nelson.
Yeah, when you say sex trafficking, that's the type of shit I believe comes to people's minds, because that's the type of shit that comes to my mind. Motherfuckers being kidnapped, drugged, forced into doing shit, dragged around places with fucking escorts and shit the whole time, you know what I mean? And I think that's the kind of shit that a lot of people get in their mind when they hear the term sex trafficking. They also put in the sex trafficking women that are out there just saying, you know what, I want to sell some pussy because this is what I want to do to get money. Those people are targeted as sex traffickers as well. So,
sex trafficking. I know some people need to understand. Listen, that shit is from 8 to 80.
What's that?
80. They taking all ages, bro. Taking all ages. They even got, listen, I recently read an article where they even got like elderly sex trafficking. Like, not trying to be, I know it sounds crazy, but like real shit.
Nah, I believe it.
These niggas got some sick ass fetishes out here.
They do, but I think the police be misusing the term. You know? they said, hey, we got 300 people under sex trafficking, but probably 280 of those 300 were either buying or selling pussy willfully.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But now they put all of that under sex trafficking. You know why? To make the public think we're doing something big. If they say, hey, we arrested 300 people for buying pussy, people are going to be like, so what? I do that every day. Half the people are going to be like, shit, I did that yesterday. You know? But if they say, yo, we got 300 sex traffickers, they're going to say, oh, we got 300 of the motherfuckers Leon Nielsen was trying to kill. You know? And taken. I'm saying, no, for real though. You see the difference that the headline makes though, right?
Mm-hmm.
We arrested 300 people for buying pussy, for soliciting prostitutes, versus we arrested 300 people for sex trafficking. The big difference.
Very big difference.
Yeah, and then they used the dude that was on a honeymoon because they just think people are gonna be like, oh, how the fuck he was out buying pussy on his honeymoon? You don't know what the fuck motherfuckers be doing?
Or why you buying pussy on their honeymoon?
You know? His wife could be in on the shit. She could be like, yo, go get some bitch, bring her back. It's our honeymoon. Let's have a threesome. We don't know nobody here.
Yeah, we gonna leave this bitch on the island.
Yeah, you know, we don't know nobody here. Go get some pussy real quick. We're gonna have some fun on our honeymoon, baby. That could be what's popping. When I was a kid, I would have been like, damn, that nigga buying pussy on his honeymoon? What's wrong with him? Can he fuck his wife? As an adult, I'm like, you know what? She might be like, I'm with it. Let's do it.
She might be like, yo, this might be something new for them. They might heighten up there.
Yeah.
Yo, but let me ask you this. Hold on.
What's that?
So, I mean, you'll never hear this. But what if a woman was like, yo, I'm going to go out there and get some extra dick for the, what you call it, and bring it back. Like, I'm going to go buy some dick.
Oh!
And you going to be like...
They do that too. That's called cuckold.
Yeah, okay.
When she go out and get some dick, that nigga gonna fucking watch. It's like, I'm gonna go get me a black bull, nigga.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get me a black bull. The nigga sit in his suit like this.
Right? But shit, Wayne over here in the chat says, yo, Khary, it's like that in ATL areas. It's like what in the ATL area? A lot of things are wild in the ATL. I've been to ATL before. She was wild out there.
Oh, man. Some chicks is doing that just to keep a nigga straight.
I'm debating whether I should take another shot. Should I take another shot? Should I take another shot, Miss Shaky Booty? And I think she nodded yes by shaking her booty and giving me her glass so she could take a shot. I'm gonna take a shot. This is my last shot. The other day I said, yo, I need to
know how many shots you took while I was gone.
I don't think I took any shot while you was gone. But the other day I said, yo, I need to stop. I need to limit myself to X amount of shots. How many shots did I say? I think I said 4 or 5. I think this is about 4 right here. I said I need to limit myself to about 5 shots, so I could do some post-show shit instead of just getting to bed type of thing. You go, gorgeous. Oh, man. Shit, what was I saying, though? I was going to take another shot. Oh, Wayne Mills said sex trafficking. It's almost normal. Now, when you say sex trafficking, are you just saying shit that's against the law is sex, that's sex related? or people being forced into the life of prostitution and sex and shit like that. See, I kind of separate the two. A person being forced into that life, sex trafficking. People doing this shit on their own, sex workers.
Yeah, because you got some chicks that's out there, so they ain't being forced to do nothing. They just selling ass.
Right. So like, people they're arresting, it kind of sounds like I'm defending them like I be doing this shit. I don't do this shit. I don't do this shit. I don't do this shit. I just don't like
selling penis.
I just don't like the way that the police. I just don't like the way that the police are trying to like put fear into people by saying, "Hey, this thing happened that we did. This let's add this fake fear by saying we took away some shit." Though that is definitely sex trafficking. I'm just talking about the way the police try to say, "Hey, we're doing this."
Going to the corner of elephant drawers.
Right. Wayne says, "No, women being missing is crazy." Yeah, that's everywhere. Women being missing. That's everywhere. And I'm not.
But I don't.
Go ahead.
Did a post run through your feed where this girl's talking about how these two people try to kidnap her for like some sex trafficking? Like the girl, she said the lady basically walked up on her and was like, "Hey, I got a new line of perfume." Sprayed the perfume on her like her arm. It was like, "Yeah, check it out, smell it." She said she smelled it, but she didn't really smell it. But she's like, "Yeah, she got dizzy and like disoriented and all that." The next thing you know, this guy runs up on her like, "Hey, are you okay?"
Mm-hmm.
Like trying to snatch her up type shit.
Right. Which shit like that could be sex trafficking, could be some totally other shit. So, and I say that because it could be sex trafficking. It could be a motherfucker wanting to grab your fucking kidneys.
Mm-hmm.
It could be all types of shit.
Huh?
So people becoming a missing for multiple reasons. Like sex trafficking definitely could be one of them.
Certain parts of get out ain't real.
It could be so many different reasons. But and that's and you talking about women being missing. That's also why I'm talking about this, because now people read this headline. Oh, we got this many sex traffickers out arrested. Some people wasn't actually sex trafficking. They're not the ones out there snatching people up. They were trying to buy pussy. Potentially from somebody that was snatched up. Potentially, but also potentially from somebody that's out there doing it willfully. That's the portion you really can't disseminate until you actually speak with somebody. So I wish the police would say what they actually did. Hey, we arrested this many people for solicitation. We arrested this many people for this. We arrested this many people for that.
For child sex trafficking.
Right.
Like, let me know something.
Right.
Don't just call it sex trafficking. I get what you're saying.
Right. Wayne says, "Yo, it's young girls and underage girls." Yeah, I understand that. I agree with that. I'm just talking about the way the police are defining it. The police aren't saying, "Hey, we arrested this many people for fucking with children. We arrested this many people for doing this." If you was a pimp, if you was a hoe that was out there selling shit because you wanted to, if you was a hoe out there selling shit because you was forced, guess what? They still arrested you like you wanted to. And they still treating you like you wanted to. If you was forced into it, guess what? Now you got to prove you was forced into it. They ain't just gonna say, "Yo, I was forced into it. Okay, we'll let you go." They'll be like, "Nah, bitch, who you was giving your money to?
Word.
You a hoe now.
You part of the cartel.
You part of the system now.
Part of this pussy cartel. Listen, don't get it twisted. Don't think some hoes don't go down because they've been riding with a pimp for years. He got a stable. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, if they been watching the pimp, they watching the stable. All the hoes go down too.
Yeah. Yeah. You know? But I brought it up because, one, sex trafficking, actual real sex trafficking needs to be stopped. One. They say Tampa is actually a hub for that shit in Florida. Actual sex trafficking. That's what they say. Yes.
That ass?
Yeah. That's what they say. From reports that I've read, people I've spoken to. I spoke to some people that's actually volunteered and worked in that field and did things to try to help people and shit like that. You know, and that's why it kind of bothered me that the police would do some shit like that and say, hey, this shit is sex trafficking. No, it's not. Some of that shit is, the majority of it isn't the actual definition of sex trafficking. Y'all just made the fucking definition broaden so you could put anything that's a sexual related crime under sex trafficking. And it could be a crime of, hey, this woman decided she needed fucking $30 extra this day, so she went outside and said, yo, I'm gonna sell my pussy. You know? But here goes the other thing.
They rolled up on me.
Here goes the other thing.
What will you do for $30?
Right. And here goes the other thing. Those people, those men that were out there soliciting and got arrested for sex trafficking, who you think they was talking to? A cop? It's probably rare that the police arrest a hoe and a John at the same time. You know? It's either somebody posing as somebody soliciting or somebody posing as the solicitor. Somebody's got set up. But now you just put everybody under the sex trafficking. But we're gonna move on. I think that might be all I got for tonight too, by the way. You know, but I just thought that was fucked up. I was like, damn, man. This nigga's now a national headline because the police tried to be fancy with their headlines. Clickbait. It's fucked up.
Well, most of the police headlines always misguided.
Yeah. Misguided, and that's what the media goes by. The police headline. You know? What the police say. Stories always start with police reports. Police reports. Police reports. Police report. How many times you dealt with the police and there was some shit in the police report that was lies? How many TV shows y'all saw where the police lied in their reports? Yet, the news is based off of what? Police reports. And that's why I question these fucking headlines. Especially by the police. But that's pretty much all I have for tonight. Khary's Crib Fantasy Football. You ever play fantasy football, Bees?
Nah.
You try it sometime. I got a fantasy football league. We had it last year. We got it again this year. I got one more slot open on this fantasy football league. There's 10 teams. We got 9 so far. Tomorrow's the draft. I got one more slot open for somebody that wants to play some fantasy football.
Hey, you know what I meant to say too?
What's that?
Yo, big happy birthday. R.I.P. to the man with the gleaming socks, yo. Mike Jackson, man. 63 years old, independent. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday, I believe it was, yo. big birthday shout out to
Michael Jackson, right? Yeah,
man.
definitely big shout out to Michael
You know
Jackson.
what I'm saying? King of pop, man.
Definitely big shout out
There'll
to
never
Michael
be
Jackson.
Never.
Now we got
nobody says never.
We got one more question before we wrap up. It says, yo, Khary, if breadwinner of the relationship and your wife make more than me, but she spent her money on herself, what do you do? So what, is your wife the breadwinner? If breadwinner of the relationship, so if I'm the breadwinner and my wife makes more than, so if my wife makes more than me, she's the breadwinner, but she spent her money on herself, what do you do? So she makes more than me, but I'm still paying all the bills.
I got a nice what you call it answer for that. But go ahead.
She makes more than me and I'm paying all the bills. We better have a good ass relationship. I mean, good ass vacations. We better be having some bomb ass vacations. You know, that's one. If she makes more than me and I pay all the bills, then I actually don't see a problem with that. If she makes more than me and I pay all the bills, I don't see a problem with that. Oh, wait. But she spent her money on herself. So she's not saving her money. So she's spending all her money on herself, not paying no bills and not saving shit?
First and foremost, I'm sorry. There's no way it was like, listen, there's something. She got to pay something. She got to pay something that's associated with us. There's no way that I'm doing all that, and she's working too. I can see if she wasn't working, but she's working too, and there's like nothing. Like, nah, that's some fucked up shit. I'm sorry.
Because now I'm gonna think realistically. I'm gonna think like, what would realistic salaries potentially be? You know?
What if I'm a $50,000 nigga and she making $75,000? Like, what the fuck type of shit is that? And I'm not saying because she's making more money, but listen, I'm paying all the bills, and then she's in turn spending all the money on herself. Like, that's some fucked up shit.
So she don't even take y'all out. You got to pay the bills, take her out, and she's spending all the money she makes on herself. That's a little wild. That's a little selfish.
You know, well, what do you cut?
That's selfish.
Bad selfish. But what do you consider yourself? Boo boo.
That's
you consider yourself boo
boo. Boo boo the fool you talking about?
No doubt.
That's a little wild.
That's wild. I can see, like I said, I can see if she wasn't working or whatever. Like, that's something totally different.
All right, so I'm the breadwinner, but she make more than me, and she spend more than she's supposed to with her own money because she make more than I do. So so when you say I'm the breadwinner, that means I'm the one that pays the bills. Because the breadwinner is usually the one that makes the more money.
Who makes the most money, yeah.
But if she's making more money than you, she would technically be the breadwinner. But if we're not using breadwinner as in who's making more money, but who's taking care of more shit.
Okay, listen, hold up. So basically, you're considered the head of household. But she makes more money.
Right. Okay, so we're using breadwinner. Got you. We're using breadwinner as in head of household. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. That all right, makes more sense now. You're head of household, but she makes more money. And she's spending more than she should, but she's not spending everything. She's just spending more than she should. So
there's no way that she does nothing.
She makes 70 a year. I'm at 50 a year and take care of the kids because I work at home. So the majority of your 50s going towards taking care of the house. And that's why you're the breadwinner and feel like you're the head of household, because the majority of your bread is going to the house, but the majority of her bread is going on and having fun. So I see what's going on. So he's taking care of shit with his bread, right? He's got his money. He's taking care of shit. He's holding shit down. She's taking her bread and feeling like
they're going to Miami.
Balling. She feeling like she balling. She
like
buying
that,
herself the expensive shoes, buying herself, you know what I'm saying, the expensive meals, suggesting all the expensive restaurants with her homegirls type shit. I'm just saying, I'm just guessing type of shit, you know? And just doing like, she's being somebody that makes $70,000 a year and she ain't got shit to worry about. Yeah, she's gonna be spending. I think a conversation needs to be had. But now my question would be, okay, if everything is held down, what's the problem? Is the problem that she's just spending more than you think she should be spending? Or is her spending actually cutting into something? Is it making y'all fall behind? Is her spending causing y'all to fall behind on shit? To fall behind goals? Is her spending causing y'all not to create the savings that you want? If her spending is just annoying you because she's spending and you don't feel like you can spend like she spends, you might need to have the conversation that, yo, you need to kind of kick into some shit. You know? But now,
or did they have a hot night of sex? And that hot night of sex, he said, yo, you don't have to worry about nothing. I'm going to take care of you for the rest of your life, baby. And he got caught up and she held him to that during that. It's dumbass shit like that happens, bro. I'm just saying.
Possibly. You know, but I'm saying, if her spending, so if y'all have a goal that says, hey, by the end of the year, we would like to save X amount of dollars, and her spending is affecting that or more, there would need to be a conversation that needs to be had. If her spending is just bothering you because you decided, I want to hold everything down, but now I can't go buy myself the Jordans like she go buy herself the shoes, that's just like a little ego thing, I think. You know, if her spending isn't actually hurting anything with y'all financially, if it's only hurting your ego, then I would say, you know. Now, if her spending is a selfish spending, you said it's all on herself. If it's a selfish spending to where I'm paying everything, I always have to pay everything when we go out, I always have to do this, but she never really does anything for me, I might feel away. You know, I know she's making more than me, but she doesn't really do the things for me like she does for herself, even though I make it to where she can do those things for herself, but she never does anything for me. I might feel away. I would feel away. You know?
Does she do anything for the kids? Shit.
Says, I'm the man and her money is change. So her money is just spending money is what she says. Now. See, when motherfuckers think old-fashioned, I think old-fashioned with them. Your money's just change. I better never hear a motherfucking complaint. You better never complain about a motherfucking thing. I don't give a fuck if I'm 5 hours late. You just better sit there and wait. If we gonna be old school about shit, you know? If I'm working from home and I'm watching these goddamn kids, I'm paying everything and your money just change? Better come home, make some goddamn dinner and suck my nuts while I'm eating. If your money just goddamn change. We want to be old school about shit. You know? You want to be old school, Go buy some dresses, do that shit. You want to have old school mentality but live new school ways. Now, if it's that, Might have to have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? But what's an old school term I could use here? What's an old school term I could use here? But it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. Hey, I ain't got no degree in therapy, so my advice is just me talking shit right now, but trying to be a little helpful, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's I want to buy things, and she got a problem. Okay, see, see, you can't have you can't have change and then tell another motherfucker how to work their pockets.
For real.
You know, you can't look at your shit as change, and then motherfucking pocket watch the other, and then pocket watch that man.
I cannot buy.
You know.
So I gotta put more money to the side for us too in the future.
Yeah.
Come on, you gotta help. We gotta help out a little something.
Yeah.
A little something.
Yeah. Yeah, yo.
Dang. That shit crazy.
Sound like.
Just changed.
I ain't going front. It sound like she got more than some money in her purse, man. You know? Sound like your nuts might be in her purse as well. You know?
Yes, sir.
Cause yo, you paying all the bills and then she could have a problem with you buying Jordans? Motherfucker!
Can't buy a pair of Jordans, but you need. Yeah, that's wild. So here it is. Look, here it is. I got the Hyundai, and she got the McLaren over there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. So what do I do? Because her spending is getting crazy now. She's talking about going on the girls' trip to Jamaica and Dubai.
Yeah, and you know what? I think when she come back, when she come back, I will be saying goodbye.
I tell you what. She sound like somebody that makes $70,000 a year and no fucking bills. I'm going to Jamaica and Dubai. Me and my girls. You need to have a conversation with her. Especially if she's trying to regulate you buying a pair of Jordans. She's talking about going to Jamaica and Dubai. You at home watch. So wait, she gonna be in Jamaica and Dubai. You gonna be home watching the kids with no Jordans. And the problem if you buy some. And the problem if you buy some.
You're a grown ass man. You better buy them Jordans. Yo, really, I'm sorry. You're a grown ass man. You better buy them goddamn Jordans.
Nigga. Okay, let me ask this.
I don't care if you don't want them.
Hold up, Bees. Real talk. Where is she's talking about going to Jamaica and Dubai on a girls' trip? You cover everything. Where has she taken you? Because she got a full salary. If she got a full salary, you holding everything down. She pocket watching you, and she ain't take you nowhere. You might want to reconsider. You might want to reconsider. Now, you say you watching the kids. Are they your kids? Or her kids?
Oh God. God, don't even put that type of factor into this. Why would you say that? Why would you say that, yo? He watching the kids, they ain't even his kids. Yo, I can't. She going to Dubai and Jamaica. She don't spend. He holds down everything. She going to Dubai and Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
She telling the nigga he can't buy no Jordans.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, this poor man, poor soul. Yeah, he needs to get out of there. He needs to get out of there fast. Yo, and the kids ain't his. And he watching kids ain't
Well,
his.
we don't know that. We don't know that. I asked that question. We don't know that answer.
Oh, okay. More than likely, one of them ain't.
Tried to cut her off, and she said I was being petty. That's what he said. Tried to cut her off, and she said I was being petty.
Well, listen, be petty. Be petty because that is
B said be petty. B said be petty.
Fuck that. Fuck that. Listen, I ain't got.
I wouldn't say be petty, but definitely.
My nigga.
Well, me personally, I'm not a petty nigga. I'm not a tit for tat motherfucker. So if I think I would just have a conversation, if I felt like that, I would have a conversation prior to being tit for tat.
Listen. Let me tell you something. Depending on how long this has been going on. Hold on.
I ain't no fucking expert.
But you gotta understand this too. You gotta understand this. We don't know how long this is going on. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So depending on how long this has been going on, somebody's comfortable with this. Or they both comfortable with this. You know what I'm saying? And he just woke up. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if you ask questions about certain shit, that means you woke up about certain shit. You just looking for a couple of clarities or maybe a couple of different views of it. But at the end of the day, like listen, if you already holding everything down and all that, get out of there. Listen, I'm one of these who take the kids and just bounce. Because listen, she ain't gonna miss the kids. If she going to Dubai and Jamaica and all that, she ain't gonna miss the kids. She gonna be like, oh shoot, that just made things better. I'm telling you, yo.
Yeah.
He need to get out of there. He need to get out of there.
Now, on the flip side of that,
mm-hmm.
First off, I'm not really a petty ass nigga. I act like I am, but I'm not really. I would have a conversation, right? But I don't know the whole dynamic. If she's taking him on trips, is like she's taking herself on trips. If she does things for him, like she does for herself, but she's just trying to regulate his spending outside of what he's already taken care of, might be a little extra, but it wouldn't be too bad. But now she's just doing everything for herself and pocket watching. If you've already had the conversation, if things ain't changing, things might just have to change to where you just kind of like fall back. He says, I love her, but it's too much.
Oh, God.
I love her, but it's too much. No, I had this poem that I wrote before, which, by the way, that's a good segue, is in my book, Moods, which is on couragecrip.com/moods. Now, it was a poem that I wrote that after I wrote that poem is when I realized I was done. Like I was like, okay, after I wrote it, I realized and I spoke to myself and I thought about shit and I was like, okay, this is the point to where I'm just convinced that it's not going to be the way that it should. And the way that it should be is actually a fantasy. Because it hasn't actually happened. Otherwise, it would be. So, I'm not sure what your fantasy is of your happy life. When I think of the fantasy of my happy life, I don't know if I'll get to my exact fantasy, but I try to get as close as I think I might be able to. I try to see some parts of my current relationship or what I'm going through as that could be a part of my actual fantasy. How does that fit into it? So I don't know what your dynamic is. I don't know how you feel. But you gotta know what's right for you. He says, yo, I take care of everything. She took me to Hawaii. They're not my kids. The oldest one close to me because I raised him. That's my baby boy. So it sounds like he's known the oldest since he was a baby. But she takes him places. Now
she does shit.
She does shit for him. It's not always just for her.
Okay.
He make this is how is he making the scene over here in the chat. You know, but she does things for him.
Okay.
It's not just one-sided. He pays things, but she has that old school way of thinking of, hey, you pay everything, my money's for change. That's the dynamic of some people. Are you okay with that dynamic? Or is that the dynamic she wants and you just fell into that? If you're uncomfortable with it, you need to have a conversation. And this is why.
I need to know what my money's going to be for me. Now, let me get a turn. Shit.
Yeah. See, the times people be talking about, oh, I remember when the man used to take care of everything. You know why? Because jobs wasn't readily available for women. Y'all always forget to mention that.
Facts.
You know? The job market wasn't as open as it is now to women as it was at one point when that was actually the way of living. So men were taking care of everything when it was a time when women really couldn't make money like that. And also when one income could actually hold everything down and still save money and send kids to college. We're talking about a time when milk was 5 cents. And I say that because my mom used to tell me, I remember when milk was a nickel. I thought she was lying. I look at the price of a gallon of milk now. It's about the same price as a gallon of gas.
Fam, look at it like this.
It's more than a gallon of gas.
In New York, a slice of pizza is $3.75. Like $3,
Yeah.
$3 to $4.
It was $1 when I grew up, you know?
I remember it was 75 cents. I remember being 75 cents.
Yo, I went to the store the other day. My son texted me. My son texted me on the fucking, hey, what store you going to? Can you pick me up a bag of chips? Sure, I'll pick you up a bag of chips. I grabbed that bag of chips. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm looking at
Doritos is like $2.19.
Yo, I'm looking at the bag of chips. I'm like, yo, this is the same size bag when I was a kid. This bag was 25 cents when I was a kid. This bag is now $2.55. I'm like, what the fuck? Yes. That shit was stamped $2.55. Wayne says, I love her. She's a great woman, but it's her spending. Then I suggest y'all sit down and have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Sit down, pour a nice glass of water, have a conversation. I've learned when you pour a nice glass of wine and have a conversation, sometimes things get a little heated. Alcohol make motherfuckers be like, what the fuck you talk about, nigga? What the fuck you talk about, bitch? So maybe pour a glass of water, you know? Not no dark liquor. I know you be on that brandy. Be on that it do be brandy, that Crown Royal, right? But yeah, I think you definitely should have a conversation. Maybe take her out to dinner. Say, look, baby, took us out to dinner just to demonstrate how I be spending all my goddamn money and you'll be spending on your shit or all the shit you want, and then you get mad at me because I'm not paying Jordans.
Oh,
I wouldn't necessarily take that approach. I wouldn't necessarily take that approach.
Damn. What the fucking game is that?
I wouldn't take that approach, but you could clip this as a video and then show it to her at dinner and say, this is how I feel. You know? And I would like you to curb back your spending and say, hey, I think you should bring back your spending because I think we should start saving towards this goal. You know? I don't know what y'all got going on. I'm not sure if y'all own a house. If y'all own a house, you can say, hey, we want to save money towards the goal of buying this house. You know? What's going on? You live at Khary's crib.
What up, Corey?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
All right, this is Wayne.
What's going on with you, Wayne?
Hey, what's going on, Wayne?
I want to get y'all perspective on what I'm talking about tonight.
Okay, go ahead. Give us a little bit of perspective.
Okay, my girl, she in the back. She don't want to be on anything. But the thing is that when I be telling her something, she's thinking I'm petty. But when she do something, I'm like, okay, you just petty because I'm spending this. Yes, you make more money than I do. That's understandable. Mm-hmm. But you got kids. These are not my kids. I claim my kids because I know them when they was little.
Okay.
But the thing is that you got to look, for the future that college, and she got a
right
17-year-old right now going to school, right? Mm-hmm. He look up to me. I'm like his father because his father, passed away or whatever.
Okay.
So he look at me as his father. But when he want to spend money and he do good in school, I want to, award him of, okay, you want some Jordans? Get some Jordans. Or if you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to go out, go spend the night at your friend's house, whatever, and that's it. But she is like, no. But when she want to spend money, it's no problem. Birkins, you know what I'm saying? Versace, Louis Vuitton. Oh, that's my money. Oh, you can't say nothing now? Oh, she in the back. She don't want to say nothing. Well, she's saying something in the back.
So, do y'all have a shared account or separate accounts?
Absolutely not. I would not share no money with her.
Okay. Well,
so she spend more money. She spend more money than she makes.
Oh, okay. Okay. So she just like spending. She's balling.
She's an attorney.
She's an attorney, so she balling.
She's an attorney.
She feel like she's balling. Yeah. She feel like she balling.
But the thing is that you would look at like a man like me, like, okay, this woman is making more money than me. Like, I can't be with her because she doing this. So no. If we in love and I got your kids, I'm taking care of your kids at home and I'm working at home and you are like, that's what you need to do. So you want me to be a stepdad, stay home father, and you could make your money. I make my money at home. That's crazy. No.
So you know what the problem?
Because your kids love me and all that.
Is,
it doesn't mean anything.
This is the problem. See,
it just means that okay, I'm doing my job. I'm getting to know them.
This is what's going on. See, one of the things is it's happened to me. So please don't take this as an insult. Please don't take this as an insult. But you've been domesticated. You've been domesticated.
Yes. Yes.
You're the domesticated man that's at home doing his thing,
since the pandemic.
His business.
That's what I'm saying. Since the pandemic, I've been going through this shit.
Hold this shit down. And you're domesticated and she feels empowered. She makes more money. She ain't got to pay shit. She's living with new school rules and old school rules at the same time.
But she knew the rules before that, though.
What was the rules before that? Because it seems like she's making the rules.
No, the rules before that were like, I'm my own man. I do what I want to do. Mm-hmm. When the pandemic happened, I moved in with her. Okay.
See, so
I'm in her house.
And that's right. And that's how you got domesticated. You moved in with her.
So that's the problem.
Yeah,
I moved in.
You moved in with her. So now you in her shit. You know?
And I feel that.
And this is just mentality. And this just the mentality that's like, yo, you moved into my space and did this. You know? Right. And
but your kids love me and I'm working at home.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And this and all that. And then it's like, okay, you good. Okay, you making your money. Okay, just pay for this, what you got? Pay for the light bill, pay for this, pay for that. Okay, I can do that. Cause I was doing it already. Anyway. We got closer for pandemic because when pandemic happened, we could not be together. So
a lot of people
I did that for you
became couples
you
during
asked
the pandemic.
So now it's like, okay, it's a problem because I'm telling you, like, why are you buying all this Birkin bags? For what? You don't need one bag. Louis Vuitton, Versace.
No,
shoes.
Let me ask you this.
Let me say this.
But then she's gonna pop up, and then she's gonna pop up and say, "Oh, I'm going to get I'm gonna have a girl trip coming up."
They need more than one bag. I will defend her. They need more than one bag, just like I need more than one pair of sneakers, and that should be your argument. You got more than one bag, so they can have more than one pair of sneakers.
Khary.
It shouldn't be an argument.
A Birkin bag is like $10,000 alone.
Hey,
one bag.
I'll tell you this. If she makes 70 G's a year, she know how to save some of her money and put her money to the side because 70 G's a year. Yes, because 70 G's a year.
Why she still asking me for money though?
Because she bought a damn Birkin bag. She put her money to the side and she asking you for money. You know?
Okay. Her kids got to get her kids in sports.
Yeah.
Her son, the one I told you earlier, her son is in football.
She's putting her money aside.
I'm paying all the equipment.
Yes. She's putting her money aside.
Hold on.
She's putting her money aside so she can buy a $10,000 Birkin bag. And I say this because $70,000 a year, one check is not enough to buy a Birkin bag. You know?
Exactly.
One check is not enough to buy a Birkin bag. So she got to know how to put her money away.
If you got 5 or 6 different credit cards and you're trying to work it out every month, and you're looking at me like, well, I got to pay this credit card. I don't got that much money. Whose problem is that? It's not mine.
I will say this.
Stop buying.
I'll say this. If she makes $70,000 a year, she doesn't have any bills, and she's still trying to figure out credit card bills at the end of the month, I think y'all need to have a conversation about getting a financial advisor to help her manage her money.
Been there, done that. She's still spending. She's not spending like she was when we first met because she was by herself.
Then it sounds like she might need a financial therapist.
Listen,
what now?
Financial therapist.
She needs to stop. She's like you know how like a person is like a gambler.
Wayne, hold up.
Bees, help me, Bees.
I'm about to give you like the dead truth. When you put yourself in a situation like that and you start playing daddy, you got to be daddy. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when you start. Wait, so listen.
I have no problem with being that part of being a father to her children.
Hold up. But
that's not that part. It's the financial.
You complaining
No.
That's why she's not in here because she already know what she did already.
Wayne, that's where you got Bees wrong. He's not saying you got to be a daddy to her kids. He's saying when you start playing daddy, you got to act like daddy. He's talking about playing daddy to her.
Her. Yeah, I ain't got nothing to do with the kids, bro.
Yeah.
She already knew. She already knew what I made.
No,
she already knew I made more. She made more than me, so she already knew all that. Because she told me, she's like,
Wayne,
I made this and this and whatever. Right?
Wayne.
So the thing is that if I move in with you, I'm helping you out because you made this such a much.
Wayne.
more than I do.
Wayne,
you make
you gotta stop talking.
$20,000 more than I.
Wayne, I hear what you're saying.
At home.
Wayne, check this out. I hear what you're saying. Now hear what I'm saying. When you play that daddy role, this ain't got nothing to do with the kids. We talking about you and your woman. You played that daddy role when you met her and so forth. You started taking the burden off of her as your relationship progressed with her. Hold up.
Yep.
And you made her comfortable with how things were going. Now that you've done that and you've set this standard, now you're like, oh, she's doing this, she's doing that. No, she's only doing what you allowed to go on in this situation.
Yo,
B, you understand what I'm saying? You can't.
She was doing that already.
You can't be.
She was doing that already.
But understand what I'm saying.
She was doing that already with her baby father. Getting all money from her baby father.
But
she's still getting money from her baby father.
Listen. Evidently, she has a lifestyle that she's accustomed to living to, and you and the baby daddy, whatever, y'all are catering to it. At the end of the day, you're both catering to it. No matter how you see it, how it's said, at the end of the day, the bottom line is you're both catering to it. Yeah. She's comfortable with that, and y'all are both comfortable with giving her that. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm not comfortable. That's what I'm saying. I told her that when it started happening, when the pandemic happened, she wasn't really making no money because she couldn't go to the court or whatever. Then when it came back up, when she can go to the court and then have her, trials or whatever, okay, then she's like, boom. Okay, I got this, I'm doing this, I'm doing that.
Well,
whatever.
It sounds like you might need to go to extremes. And when I say go to extremes, it might have to start saying, hey, I need X amount of dollars on the rent or we might get evicted. That's the only way.
Not that, like,
that's the only way you can change it if you feel like that's the big thing.
Yeah.
It sounds like you have a problem with her contributing. It sounds like you feel like she's not contributing and she's trying to monitor what you spend, even though she's not contributing.
She stopped contributing. That's what I'm saying. She stopped. That's what I'm saying. Like when I moved in, okay, I got to pay the mortgage. I got to pay this, which I'm fine because I was paying where I was paying at. But you got extra money coming in what you're doing, but you don't want to pay it because, my friend, they got a Vegas party coming in and this and whatever. Okay.
Yeah, how old is she?
You gonna be free for the weekend?
How old is she?
No, are you gonna be free for the weekend? I had your kids all week.
How old is she?
That's what I'm saying.
And so how old is she?
She's 40.
She's 40. Now, her oldest is what? Yeah. How old is her oldest?
18.
18. How long you been?
Graduate, go to college.
How long you been with her?
2 years.
2 years. Okay. So now check it out. 2 years, the pandemic pretty much been around for 2 years. So from that time that you've been with her, that you've been working from home, that you've been taking care of shit, that you've been holding shit down, you've kind of liberated her a little bit to where she feels like she has freedom,
right.
to where she hasn't been able to do things for pretty much the majority of her adult life because she's been raising kids.
That's what I'm saying.
Am I correct?
That's exactly what I'm saying. You're right on the nail.
So now you're saying I'm hitting it right on the nail. So now you might just have to let her run its course. You might just have to let her enjoy life for a little while because she's been holding shit down with her kids for so long. You do need to have a conversation with her and say, hey, these are the things that's going on. I feel this way, blah, 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 blah. But
Corey, she listens to you right now. She didn't want to say nothing right now.
But you also
she listens to you right now.
But you also
listens to you right now. But she think I'm wrong. She said men are wrong. You don't know what single woman that have
you keep cutting them off.
two baby fathers. she don't want to hear that because she already did what she did. That's why she made that much money. This is Atlanta woman, straight from Atlanta, ATL, all the way down. That's what I'm saying. She don't want to listen to what I'm saying. I'm originally from New York, so you got to get what you got to get. She's not listening to that. She's like, well, I made my money. I'm doing this. I make more money than you, and you moved in with me, and my kids love you. I love you, and this is what it is. My money is change money to you. You supposed to take care of a woman. I'm not married to you though.
Now, okay, now, check this out real quick. You don't have no kids, right?
No.
So this past 2 years of you being in her life, she feels like you helped her get a little bit of freedom to where she can go out. But she couldn't work. Right. To where she could also, but she was able to go out and be an adult sometimes, to where she hasn't been able to do that over the past 18 years of raising, 16 years prior to you getting into her life, to where she was able to do these things. So now.
Correct.
Now, I do agree that she probably needs to reel some of these things in that she's doing. She's probably she's enjoying her life, but you're making it sound like she's doing it in excess. Am I?
She's doing it what?
Like she's enjoying her life, but in a little bit of excess to her means.
Yes, because she can ready to go to Dubai with her friends and the girl trip.
Right, but so. I do agree. I understand that. I do agree that she's probably living above her means. She probably does need to reel that in a little bit. But this is the first time in her life she's probably actually been able to do this. You listen to that, Mama? You hear that? You hear that, Mama? You hear that? So I know it bothers you. It bothers you, but this is like the first time she's been able to do that, and you've given her that freedom. If you love her. If she loves you, I think you should allow her to have that freedom, but I do think y'all should have a conversation on when this is going to be reeled in a little bit, I think y'all should have... We did. That's what I'm saying. We had that conversation before she even came to me with that... So this is what y'all need to do. Since y'all had that conversation, I would say, since you had the conversation, but you don't feel like things are following through, maybe y'all need to have the conversation again, but put things on a calendar and say, hey, this date, we're going to reel it in this much. This date, we're going to reel it in this much. This date, we're going to reel it in that much. Until y'all are both at a comfortable spot for both of y'all. It's not. I don't think it's going to be something that's going to happen over the night. I told her the same thing. I told her the same damn thing. So then y'all just need to follow through. Speaking to the choir. Y'all need to follow through. She just like, okay, oh well. Like, you here now that this is what you're supposed to do because you're a man. Take care of the household. Yeah, but I'm doing that, and I'm doing over that because these are not my kids. These are your kids. Your son look up to me because his father is dead, and he never had a father figure. So I'm there for him. Got you. Which I have no problem doing anything for him. Yeah. Like I said, I'm close to him. I'm close to her daughter. But the thing is that you spending money for what? To enjoy because life. You got it? Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's the reason and the problem, it seems. But yeah, I do think y'all need to have a conversation. I do think y'all need to put down some dates on the calendar on when things are going to start so you can actually have a say, these are the checkpoints of when we're going to do these things. But on that note, Wayne, I appreciate you calling. We were getting ready to get up out of here. And I hope we helped a little bit. I hope she listened some, then kind of understood some of the things I was saying. Yeah, I don't know if she got to get it in, but she's listening though. She might, because she's over here laughing. Because I do find that people listen. People get things when they're not said by people that's directly in their life. Right. So like I could tell somebody, hey, you're blah 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 blah. And they'll think I'm insulting them. But somebody that's not in their daily life can say the same thing, and they'll be like, you know what? I get what you're saying. But, I appreciate you, Wayne, and we'll holler at you next time, man. All right. Good night. See you.
Right.
All right. I guess that was our question of the evening. You know, good question. So you really didn't want to hear what we were saying, though, Wayne. You know. But I fucks with Wayne, man. I hope he was helpful. Hopefully your girl.
Helped him out somehow.
You know, hopefully she'll sleep on it and reflect on some of the things that was said and maybe say, you know what, I am wilding out a little bit, you know, because she's wilding out some bees, you know what I mean? But I understand why, you know what I'm saying? I understand why. You know, it's her first time she's been able to wild out.
No, I get it. I get it.
Her first time being able to wild out as an adult, wild out a little bit. If you've been doing it for 2 years, maybe a little bit excessive, you know, maybe reel it in some. Curb the spending.
And then you said she's in the law and all that. I don't know if she just became that or, you know what I'm saying? If she just got her feet wet when it all happened. Like, it's a lot to it. But now, you know, I hope everything works out for them. Now,
you should be holding down some things. I don't think you need to be holding down everything. I don't think you need to be paying 100% of everything for her kids while she goes on trips. I think she should be funding some of her kids. If y'all don't have a joint account, maybe y'all might want to open up a separate account from y'all personal account that's a joint account that y'all could both potentially contribute to, or she can contribute to, that you can then use those funds for buying Jordans for the kids and shit like that as rewards and shit like that, and you can contribute shit to it as well if you like. I just think it's a conversation that needs to be had, and y'all just need to figure out a way to manage the money, because that's one of the main things that breaks up couples is money, management of money, lack of money, all types of different things revolving around money. So if there's going to be relationship problems, I hope they're not about money. Shit, I hope they ain't problems to begin with, but whatever. Let's get ready to get up out of here, though, man. It's been a good evening. You know, had a nice show tonight. I got one slot open left for the fantasy league. We're gonna be doing the draft tomorrow night. If you're interested in joining, just go ahead and hit me up at khary'scrib@gmail.com. You can get my book at khary'scrib.com as well /moods. What else we got going on? What else did I want to talk about? I think that was everything. Appreciate all of y'all for joining.
See y'all Friday.
See y'all Friday night. That is all we got. May the rest of your week be great. Do your best to stay sucker free. And keep a smile on your face, baby. We out this
Thanks
bitch.
for watching the dopest live stream. That's something like a podcast, something like a newscast, and sometimes like a showcase. Khary's Crib. 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 Thanks for watching the dopest live stream. That's something like a podcast, something like a newscast, and sometimes like a showcase. Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib.